What is your vision then going forward if I were to elect you?
Okay, if I'm elected, first off, I want to say that I'm running for a full term, the entire term, and I'll serve the full term. The first day on that job, I will go in with an open mind, looking to try and find ways to save taxpayers money and to implement changes that are going to help reduce the repeat offenders and that will protect this community. I'm not going to go in trying to defend what the court did 5 and 10 years ago and saying that's enough, because that isn't enough. I need to look to the future, and I wish the court was currently doing that. It is not. It looks to its past, and it relies on what it has already done. I'm going to look to the future. I'll work with the other members and stakeholders in this community, like Sheriff Ozzie Knesevich, who's endorsed me. He wants to work with me because I want to help make these changes that he also agrees with. I'll work with the Superior Court. I'll reach out to the federal court here in Spokane, where they're doing things that are just unimaginable as far as saving money administrating the courts. Our current district court judges have no idea what they're doing in federal court. I've asked them. They can't even answer because they don't know. It hasn't even occurred to them to go somewhere else where the wheel's already been invented and try and implement it here. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I understand there is a mindset in this court which has been harmful, which is threatening to impact the community's safety. And it's going to take a while to change that in a really long-lasting way. But it starts with one step forward, and I'm willing to take that first step. The main problem is that judges are too removed from the people who they're supposed to be serving. And, it puts them in a place where when they're told from a panel of 3 highly respected individuals who've served our community in various ways, they have consistently, since this report came out, denied that there's any problem. Now, I can tell you as an attorney who has practiced in district court since 1996, there is no surprise whatsoever in my mind when I read the criticism that was leveled on the district court by Mr. McDevitt, who's our former U.S. attorney, by Jim Murphy, who's a former Superior Court judge who also practiced in district court, and by Dutch Wetzel, who's a local attorney who has practiced in district court virtually his entire career. No surprise whatsoever. And, for any attorney that practices in district court, they also would not have been surprised by that criticism. What is surprising is the current judges continue to deny that the problems identified in that report exist. That is, it's hard to fathom. It really is. And it's that distance from being able to know what's happening in their own court and know what the citizens want and informed other professionals within our community to have a disconnect there that they don't see is unexcusable. That's why I'm running.
How can you make Spokane a safer place for me to live in and my family?
I'm going to go into this office with an open mind. And that's what is lacking in that court right now. We need somebody who can go in and try and change the culture and the mindset of the judges who are currently on that bench. Because right now they're closed-minded. They don't want to consider working with all of the other stakeholders. And that's a speed bump. In fact, it's more of a brick wall, because all of these moving parts for our criminal justice system have to work together. The courts have to work with the probation department works with the public defenders work with the prosecutors, who works with the sheriff and the police. And if there's one organization or group that's unwilling to go along with some of the proposed changes, we're at a dead end, and it's not going to work.